for most people it would be. But I've been doing this so long, I'm going to show you how to rip the male versus female skeleton apart. We start with a 5 head lot. Women have this big cavernous skull that bellows widest at the top, especially when they got hair. A man has a shorter forehead because he's got a bigger face. What this 5 head does is it pushes the face downward, lower than a man's face, look. So if I draw a triangle here across the man, I get a bigger triangle on a man's face than I do on the narrow woman's face. You see the difference, right? And it's this that you're going to look for in skull checking first. Open up a picture of Jason. And we'll start right there. Is that a 4 head or a 5 head? I know, ladies. I know. It's a 5 head. As many times as I do this, pictures still make me laugh. They do. It's an absolute egghead with the face pushed down. It's a woman looking scarily at me. She got pink lips still. It's a girl with a beard. Look at her ears. Way too high up to be a man. And then the lobe and this bit, it's all messed up, look. Plastic surgery to stop it looking like a small woman. 6 teeth show when a woman smiles usually. That's what we've got there. A little bit more because you see in from the side, but when she looks square on, it's 6 teeth. Just when she's smiling. When she gives you the full grin, you might see it all, but you'd really have to please her. Just an average smile like this shows six teeth. Like this, 6 teeth. When I give an average smile, I show 12. Easy. Because I've got the lion smile. I do not have soft eyes. I do not have a small face. I do not have a giant cavernous forehead. I have a short sloping forehead with a big face. Draw the triangle. Look at the male cheekbones. Large, low set, pointed back ears. From the right angle turn here, 90 degrees along a long jawbone that casts a shadow with a square chin and a wide mouth. I have huge teeth. I always used to hate my smile because I was brought up looking at pretty girls with beards, with tiny teeth and pink lips, high set ears, soft eyes, beautiful eyelashes, but balder than Coots. God, in his almighty wisdom, knew what the devil was going to do. He knew he was going to make men look like women and women look like men by giving women testosterone. It deepens the voice and grows a beard. All you then got to do is remove the breasts, add a fake Adam's apple. They didn't even bother with Jason, look. They didn't even bother. If you can't see that's a small triangle on a giant skull, because that's what we're looking at. Giant skull, small triangle, giant skull, giant triangle. If you can't see that's a smaller face, then let me show you his boyfriend, Rosie. Rosie. Oh, who remembers the shark? When we found that video, right? Because Han said the great white shark isn't real, and they found a shark, apparently a great white one, in an old zoo that was dead. It was in formaldehyde or whatever. I don't know what it was. And we found it on this thingy. And guess what they named it? 2 days after we named it, Rosie. And guess what the dog was called? John's dog at the time, Rosie. Twats. But they spelt it wrong. They didn't realise we spelt it the way we... R-O-S-E-E. They didn't spell it right, did you? You didn't know that bit. Did you, Satan? That was a personal bit that you didn't know from God's children. That we spelt it R-O-S-E-E. Otherwise you would have put that as well, wouldn't you, twats? Right, anyway. There. We're done. Tell me, which one of them's got a bigger face? Remember, the man's face fills the skull and has a short forehead. It fills the face and has a short forehead. The woman's face does not fill the skull because she's got a 5 head. And when they're bald, I love it. Are you listening, Dolores? Up in Scotland. Jason Statham lookalike, you peanut-headed bitch. What we're looking at is a soft, rounded jawbone, pink lips, close set eyes, no brow bone, a 5 head and tiny ears, but not here. We've got big ears, wide. Do you know what this looks like? It looks like a man. It literally does. Male neck, male, look at the clavicles. You can keep him vegan. That's how they keep these men skinny, look, from bulking up. Just vegan. Absolutely nothing here, like, honker. They're into honker. It's, reminds me, Rosie, I've forgotten to put the 2-stripe ironing board away. It's a man, final answer. Look at that arm. He could wrap his arms round their head twice. Literally squeeze his head into oblivion. Again, with the male clavicle look on show. The massive male shoulders. The broad, flat chest. Here's your pigeon-breasted woman right there. And when you see them stood side by side, look at the dominating figure. It's not the old action movie star, Jay Sarner. No, it's Rosie, the so-called girlfriend that strikes your eye in every picture. Look at the state of that. You got to be blind not to realise that neck o'clock there with a place to put Mama Spicy Meatball is the dude. Whalebone legs right there. Jason Statham with the whalebone legs. Tailored trousers to hide the curves of a woman. Miniskirt to show long straight legs of a man off. It fools everyone until you see him walking. No matter what you think about me skull checking these, that's Amanda. Broad cheekbones, large low set ears, wide mouth, square jaw been feminized. Look at that neck o'clock. Place to put a meatball. 747 clavicles. Shoulders of the Hulk. But when you see him walking, if you don't agree with my skull checks, it's game over. Doesn't matter what you say, because forensics says that a woman's Q-line makes her cross her legs, her feet cross over, with 1 or 2 feet looking outwards towards 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock. On a man, you get perfectly straight legs, look, with this horrible thigh gap. It's an isosceles triangle. It's never a diamond, look. Every woman gives you a diamond because her knees are created differently, like her elbows are. You throw like a girl, you walk like a girl. You throw like a boy, you walk like a boy. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. There's not a single teacher out there, not Michelle XX, Mystery, none of them showed you any of these details in detail. They just browsed around the catalogue instead of getting to the specifics. Because once you know that men's legs are straight, the knees stay together, they've got big feet with a space between them, you'll know the difference every time you see it. Jason Statham is a biological woman proven by his boyfriend's 6-pack and tucked penis. Look at that thigh gap there. This is what women think thigh gaps look like, but it's not. That's a male thigh gap, an isosceles triangle, not a diamond in sight. Straight, bony, skinny legs, broad shoulders. Look at the girl, shoulder tilted, tiny hands, look. Rosie had knocked the living shit out of Jason Statham, movie action star. He'd put him in a headlock, strangle him to death. Would literally put him to sleep like that. Half Nelson, good night, sweetheart. There, kipper footed, 8 and 4, straight. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. Rosie Whiteley, let's have a look at your feet. Is that Rosie White? Is that Rosie Whiteley's foot? Look at that! Oh my gosh, it's The Walking Dead. It really is. Oh, what is that? Call me old-fashioned, right? But I prefer vaginas that don't cast shadows. Awooga! Dive, dive! Torpedoes in his knickers, Sergeant. Commander. What do I say, Captain?
Touch my tra-la-la.
My ding-ding-dong. Rosie Whiteley's got a penis. It casts shadows in his knickers. I'm taking that one right there. Is that another shot of it? Again, I've got this huge bulge that shouldn't be there. I'm taking that one as well. It doesn't even look like you tucked it. It looks like he slid it up the side of his leg. I'm telling you. That might be nice if we've got Rosie Huntley's penis. There we go. Again, straight. Look at it. Ha, 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 ha. Can you see the demons in his kneecaps, look, with the horns coming out the faces, look. Face, horns. Ha, 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 ha. Straight legs, knees together, space between his big feet. We're done. We're not doing Rosie Whiteley again. We're not doing Rosie Whiteley and his big... Oh, look. I'm going to wear a plaggy belly. Right? Any point in your life, right, where you have to wear a plastic moon bump for 9 months and parade around in high heels, right, pretending to be pregnant, you've lost my vote. You've totally lost my vote at that point. At that point, You've lost my... Chet will take the words. Take the words out of my mouth, Chet.
It's a joke, Chet. You know, it's all.
That's not a joke. That is a severe behavioral disorder.
I love Chet. Nice panties. If you're a boy and you're walking around pregnant, that means you're not a girl, right? Like this, pregnant, because boys don't get pregnant. Yeah, if you're walking around with a silicone moon belly, that tells me everything I need to know, right? Voter confidence, done. Women walk with diamonds in their legs. Look, see the diamond? Men walk straight-legged, and it shows a small, narrow isosceles triangle up to the crotch. Not with a one out, you always get a diamond. That's why Marilyn Monroe said, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Yes, they are. But they are an FTM's worst nightmare look. Straight legs, demons in the kneecaps. We're done. Jason Statham, back file. Again, with the kneecaps. I'll show you one more time. Does that look like a woman? Take your time. Is the head rounded and shaped like an head? Answer. Has she got soft sloping shoulders? Answer. Has she got a short neck? We just go down the list. He looks like an ironing board wearing a flower. Right? I'm done. Jason Statham. Back file. Open. Oh, there's loads of them. I don't know which one to pick. Oh my gosh, there is literally loads of them. Jason Statham. We'll go for that one. We'll go for that one. We'll pick the new one. There's 2 new ones. 3 new ones I've got for Jason Statham. And we'll take the 5 head. Why not? Jason Statham. Let's move it into that file. There you go. That was a recent picture that I grabbed there. Watch this. Let me show you that picture. When you can't decide whether you're looking at the right head or the wrong head, not head balls, but the head. What's going on there? Where's my update? Why is that not updating? There it is. Jason Statham. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 female gates. That female skull fits like a glove. Like a glove! Jason Statham running in the airport, full female gait, ballerina feet, flamingo foot, whatever you want to call it. The digger, reverse digger now. Bink. There, that's what I was looking for. This was a recent picture that I took from one of your searches that you made me do. This popped up. Neck o'clock. If you can't tell this is a woman with a short neck, chin to tie ratio, examine Rosie Huntley White's chin to tie ratio with a thick clavicle. At some point in your life, you are going to realize that Satan rules this world and has deceived every single one of us using men looking like women and women looking like men. Right, let's go back. Look at that 5 head with Kelly Brook. I stayed with someone who said he shagged Kelly Brook. So either that person I stayed with is a flip-flop or he's a normal bloke that was lying to me. Which do you think it is? Because that one there, Kelly Brook's got the wide face and the short head. And Jason Statham's got the close set, narrow face look and the giant 5 head. Dial M for Masons. Look at that